Hello there, and a very warm welcome to Lean and Zen, the closed method. This is the pilot episode, actually, the very first episode of what is going to be a series to come, a weekly series. And I figured I should cover the main essence of what I do with Lean and Zen and my signature method called Close, CLOSE. And before I continue with the rest of this session today, let me quickly check if I can hear myself loud and clear. I'll continue with the rest of this. Yes, very good. Quickly check if I can I'll continue with the rest of this. So I can hear myself loud and clear. I can see all your comments. Just let me drop in the everyone tag. Awesome. So some of you will be watching this live with us here right now. The rest of you, most of you will be catching the replay sometime in the future down the road when this gets uploaded into my YouTube channel. So if you're watching this premiere live with us right now, drop a live in the comments. If you're watching the replay, drop a replay in the comments. Awesome. Let me know who you are. What is your name? Where you are tuning in from? And what's your story? Are you following my work because of my history as a closer or setter? Are you a business owner, or are you just a fan of my work? Just share with me. I think after a while, I can recognize some of most of your names. If you can just let me know your first name, who you are, where you're from, what is it that you do. Just introduce yourself in the comments, even if you are doing this down the road when this is a recording. It'll be good to make some new friends, connect with each other. And while we're waiting for everyone to stream in, I'm going to quickly cover some screenshots. And from time to time, I love to feature this. Uh, I've read the email. I wanted to text you. Amazingly powerful copy. I was reading it, and I felt like you were reading my mind. I felt this is what I need right now. Sean, I just got your book. It's fire. If you haven't got my book, it's an ebook. It's a summary, the essence of everything that I teach and do. You can get it at seansena.com. Jam-packed with high-level principles and even come with gifts at the end. The legend. This is not directly related to the things I want to cover today. It's for my other business, my other offer for closers and setters. So I just want to celebrate my student Aiden landing an offer that he's really satisfied with. And as a videography niche, sounds really interesting. Agreed to my schedule as a student as well. Thank you for helping me at the beginning, brother. So Aiden is like a fitness kind of guy, very fit guy, amazing physique. And he was able to transfer all that discipline and training mentality that he has in the gym and with nutrition over to closing. And it's been very impressive seeing how he has matured over the weeks and months. So great job, Aiden. And yeah, feel free to check out the rest of my work if you're a closer or setter. It's all via my website, seansena.com. And yeah, let's get started. So what this session is about is essentially my take on how to grow and scale your online business. And there will be plenty of things you can learn from ChatGPT and online, all other marketers. And whenever I create content like this, my intention is what can I already give you that ChatGPT or the next marketer can't already give you. So I think my superpower is in helping you understand what digital chaos really is. A lot of times, if you feel blocked or stuck in your business, it's usually because we don't understand what this chaos is, and the overwhelm can make the enemy seem way bigger or way more intimidating than it really is. So I feel like my specialty, what I can give to you, it's actually to help you see the chaos for what it is so that you no longer misunderstand it, you no longer avoid it, and you no longer feel afraid, no longer feel overwhelmed. All these things are normal. I think it's part of being human. I think it's part of adulting. But I think what can be different for you is in the way you perceive and understand the chaos and see it for what it is so that, and it's not even just to avoid it, but it's how you can turn this into an advantage. So whenever there's chaos, you're entrepreneur, you're bound to experience chaos. What a lot of them do is they either just deal with it, or they force their way through, and they master as much resilience as they can to tank and tank and tank. But is that really the way you want to build your business? Is there a different way that you can actually use the chaos to your advantage? And the method that I'm actually going to do that, I want to introduce to you my signature close method. And a very important distinction I hope you can take home from this session is you might be subconsciously going for more and more and accumulating more. It could be waiting for more and more time unconsciously. It could be accumulating more and more techniques and more methods. And if you have done it for a while now and it's not working and you still see yourself repeating some of those patterns, I hope that this training can be a light for you to say, hey, I have been probably doing too much of that more and more cycle. It is a maze and it's time to stop it. It's time to say no. It's time to learn where to say no, when to say no, and what to actually say yes to in a way that I can say that my business is truly simplified to the point where I'm happy and it's aligned with my lifestyle. Like I have time to pursue what I want. I have time for my family. I have me time. Like I can breathe and I'm not avoiding my business. I'm experiencing simplicity, harmony, and my business is here for me. I'm present in my business. And it's a business where you can be 100% you. There's no avoidance. It's full present. Like for me, every day I wake up, the first thing I think is all these things that I do in my online business. And I wake up feeling excited about creating this content. I wake up feeling excited about helping my clients, teaching my students. So this is a very powerful thing because I think people subconsciously compare, they subconsciously chase, we subconsciously kind of compete and struggle. It's like more and more. And this person has this, and this person is doing well, and that person has that. And too many times we look outside. We look outside so much that we forget that we have a gift. So this session is really for me to give you this reminder that you have a gift. If you're a coach, you're a consultant, you help people with health, fitness, mindset, personal development, you know that at the end of the day, you have been through one, at least one, if not several transformation. And you either already have a high ticket offer or you know that the end goal for you to really succeed with your online business, to have something that you can scale, that brings in profits, because it is the highest amount of value, the highest amount of impact that you can give to people. And you want to structure it in a way that this is a business that is aligned with your lifestyle. It's not that you're doing nothing, and it's not that you're overworking yourself, but rather it's that you have found your gift and you're still developing it, you're still polishing it, you're still learning, you're still training, you're still going for certification, you're still improving yourself as a leader, as a business owner, but you know that this is a journey. And so far up to this point, you know that your journey has been you unfolding your gift, and then you look back and you can see that there are people who are 3 years, 5 years behind you, and actually they're kind of the you that is 3 to 5 years ago. They're kind of like the old you, and they're looking at the transformation you have had. They're looking at the gifts you had, and either you already have that offer right now, and you're looking to have more alignment, or you're like, I don't have an offer right now, but I know I'm getting there, and if I can put together my best work, if I can put together my best experiences, I believe I have something to offer, then this session is for you. Okay, especially if you already have your own thing, you already know how this works, and you have actually seen enough, of like uh online marketers, and you have done a lot of these. You have probably done the big domino statement 50 times. You probably created your value stack 100 times. You probably tried to go live 200 times, and you're like, I've done all the things that all these programs have told me to do, but it is not me. It is not working for me. It is not working in a way that is simplified and aligned for me. What I'm here to achieve is actually to create something that is uniquely you and is uniquely personalized to you, so that your business is not another one of these online businesses, but it works for you. It has the simplicity you want, it has the alignment you want, and you know what are the needle movers. Like, you have confidence in growing your thing because other people are finding techniques, other people are finding methods, this funnel and this website and this conversion technique and then this tonality, and it goes on and on and on. And I am not saying that these things are bad. I think it's really important to stay updated and to see what other people have to offer and to learn and have an open mind. So my question is, which one of those are the needle movers that you need right now? And I'm going to circle back to the digital chaos. There are so many things, but what is my thing? There's so many ways to do this, but what is my way? There's so many people teaching so many different things, but what is my path? I'm going to circle back to your path in a moment, but just let me very quickly share my path. So I'm not that guy that my first business is to teach someone how to start a business. So this is what I'm quite clear on, in the sense, what I'm able to offer you today is not the advice that you can easily get from the next marketer, because I don't want to teach you theory, and I cannot teach you the theory that it's easy for me to sit back and say do this and do that, and I just copy paste from another coach and it sounds inspiring and all, but did I actually do it? So how I'm different is I'm someone who has worked from the bottom up. I first had my own small martial arts studio that I ran for 10 years. And it was in these 10 years that I realized that I'm not getting marketing and sales. And it was a blind spot. And there was a lot of uncertainty or fear. And it's a blind spot. And it's just because I couldn't understand what I couldn't understand. That's why I say that overwhelm you feel, I know. Because for 10 years, it was just a ball of the unknown. And when something is unknown, it can be extremely scary to the point where we just don't know what to do. And so we either don't take action or we take all the wrong action. And it's incredibly frustrating, demoralizing. So that was the very bottom from where I started. And then when I closed the studio down, a bunch of things happened. I closed my studio down. The first skill I acquired was copywriting, and then closing. I built a sales team. I tried to launch my own offer, and I didn't do it in exactly the best ways. I created everything, then I launched, which is what I'm not going to teach you to do, because I did it the wrong way. And then I went into appointment setting. So each of this skill, I spent at least 1 full year doing it as a career. Okay, how is this relevant to you? Because it's very different if I just learn a course on closing and then I teach you. It's very different if I just learn a course on appointment setting and then I teach. It's very different if I've never done a business before and then I teach you. In 2022, I started my own offer called the Complete Closer. And all these skills, I've actually worked in each individual roles and department full-time as a career. And what that means is you live and die on your performance. If you can't write a good copy, no, you're just going to hire another copywriter. You can't set, you can't close, they will just hire another setter and closer. So all these skills that I'm about to give to you, the reason I'm able to lean it down and zen it down is not because I'm a minimalist. It's because I've done enough to know what really counts. And all these are the people that I've set and closed for, and I've worked for, created copy and content for. And it's all on my LinkedIn. I spent at least a year working for each of these people. And a lot of the people that I learn from, I just can't find anything. I don't know who they set for, I don't know who they close for, and I don't want to learn from someone that cannot demonstrate. So it's really important that what you sell and what you teach, you're able to demonstrate yourself as well. And that is a form of clarity, which is also the first pillar. There are going to be 5 pillars that I will be walking you through in this session. And the very first one, CLOSE, is the C, which stands for clarity. We cannot have the L, which is leadership. We cannot have the O, which is your offer. We cannot have the S, which is your sales. We cannot have the E, which is your unique edge. We can't have any of these if we don't even have clarity. And a lot of times, once you get the clarity, you actually can figure out the rest of the 4 pillars. So I would say that this C is the most important thing. If anything was ever a needle mover, this C is the ultimate needle mover. Okay, what do I mean? Earlier on, when I talk about the digital chaos, okay, you're trying to start a business and you're like, I want to grow this thing and I want to start this thing, or I already have this thing. And every time I come online, what do we see? We see that there's another free 5-day challenge. And then the challenge gives us like a value stack of 50, 100 amazing bonuses that until today is still sitting inside our download folder. Maybe at the time we bought it or we got it free, it was a lot of value, yes, but how many of it did we actually implement to generate wins and revenue and profit for our business? It's all inside our download folder, yes? How many masterminds do we have to join? And then is this big group where it's high energy and then you make a bunch of friends and camaraderie and it's high vibe and high energy. And then when it's time to implement, you find that you're on your own again. You're on your own again. It's same as the 5-day challenge. Or it's in some group coaching program where the same thing, a bunch of people there and your voice gets drowned. The coach probably answer your question, in 2 to 3 sentences, or if not 2 to 3 minutes, go here, do this, try this, say that. And you're like, okay, yes, coach. But you invested high ticket into them, right? So you want a transformation, but are they giving you the time? Are they actually giving you that one-to-one personalized space and time and help and service to say, let me help you cross these bridges? And I'm not saying that you want to be spoon-fed. I'm saying that at the end of the day, if we invest in our time and money and effort, energy and all this thing, and it's just amazing. We go on and we invest. Is anyone actually helping us create a winning strategy? Is anyone actually coming to us one-to-one to create a winning solution? The guru solution is good. The guru solution is great. Their techniques are great, but does it work for me? Of course, when the guru say it, it's perfect, right? When the coach teach it, it's perfect. But what about me? How am I actually going to implement all these things for my business in my situation? Because this maze is mine. This maze is not yours. You are not in the maze. You are the guru, you are the coach. Of course, you know everything. But what about me? This is my maze. So this is the essence of the chaos. This is what the chaos really is. It's lacking something that is personalized to you. What is you? This is you. At your core, you have what I call your core essence. And this is one of my signature frameworks that I'm going to be promoting. I call it the alignment model. And I believe that in each and every one of us, there is a core essence. It's your gifts, it's your values, it's deep down who you truly are. It's all the things you believe in. Right? Maybe you believe that people should generally be healthier. Maybe at your core, you believe that you are in this world to be the best that you can be. Maybe family is number one for you, right? So all these beliefs that are unique to you, you need to know yourself. Do you know yourself? Because this is your essence. That's you. That's what people go to you for. That's actually why you are in this world. And then another layer outside are the things that you do is how this essence, is it actually coming out of you? If you're in a job right now, or your business is not aligned with your essence, It's very painful because you're not happy. It's not how you are able to express and develop yourself personally and professionally. If what you do right now, you can touch your heart and you can 100% say, this is fully developing me in a way that I would like to develop myself personally and professionally, then you have what I call personal and professional harmony. It's aligned with your essence. And on the third layer, when the output of what you're giving out actually helps people and impacts people in a way that you desire, you're happy that the way you help people with health, with mindset, with fitness, with human design, with spirituality, and you can see your clients changing. You can see them transforming. You can see them carrying on the gifts that you have passed to them. You can see them finding and polishing their own gifts, and you're like, I'm completely aligned right now. Then you automatically enter the fourth layer, which is no layer. You are completely in a state of flow. You wake up, you know what to do, you have your answers, you know what are the questions to ask, you know where to go, you are you all the time. So this is the vision that I have for your online business. I don't think online business should be punishment. I don't think it should be like war every day when you have all these walls to break down. So I hope that what I can give to you in this training is that you can say, I have simplicity in my business. And to be specific, okay, if you haven't crossed consistent 10K months or you haven't validated your offer, strip away all the fancy stuff. Strip away all the, and you should know this, if you're honest with yourself, there's no get busy with life, get busy with life. It's like, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do this, I got to do that. And you know that you're just doing that because you're not hitting the real needle movers. Do not do the wait to be ready, that thing either. Because in you, there's one offer, there's at least one offer. And if you're going to start with that one offer, let's concentrate on that one offer. You can sell it for $1,000, $2,000, anything that you deem to be high ticket. It can go much higher. Okay, that is about your value and how the market is going to accept that value and how you are going to close them on the whole process. But essentially, we need to focus on just one offer. From that one offer, we will carve one message. From that one message, we'll be selling and delivering one transformation. Maybe it's getting in the right shape for your wedding. Maybe it's managing your finances, something about money. Maybe it's something about mind, personal development. But in you, I believe there is that one gift and one offer, one message, and one transformation. And if you can really focus on this and strip away all the bells and whistles, no fancy websites, no logo, no fancy funnels, in the most raw and ugly way, can we get someone to easily understand, oh, this is what you do? That is what I want right now. That is what I've been looking for a long time. Yes, it's a no-brainer. Yes, and if you can sell that in the most ugly, raw, and simplest way, you know that you have something that people want, that is your gift, and you come completely alive knowing that I'm going to impact that one soul, and then 10, and then 50, and then 100. And this is my mission. This is my lifestyle aligned business. This is me being lean and zen. So when I say clarity, you have to understand yourself to that point. When you see the chaos, you recognize it. And when you see yourself, you recognize you know who you are. That's the only way you can have so much clarity to say, this is what I'm going to focus on, and this is what I'm going to be the best at it. And down the road, you're going to scale, you're going to add in the bells and whistles, and that's going to be a story for another time. But even a lot of established businesses that I work for, that I've set and closed for, I can tell that they're just going on and on and on and on and on and on, and they never understood themselves. They never understood what is the gift. So eventually they burn out, and no matter how high level they are, you see all the awards. right? You see all their wins, you see all their testimonials, their screenshots, and all their brilliant, brilliant marketing. You don't see what happens when they burn out, when they lose themselves. I've been in all these teams before. When I work my way up year after year, I've worked for all these people. I've seen them chase, compete with other entrepreneurs, and eventually just, they self-implode. They lose themselves, but they never understood themselves. If you got this pillared out, you would have already won. Okay. The L in the close method stands for leadership. That's the L. And what does this word mean to you? When I say leader, what does this word mean to you? Is it someone who tells you what to do? Is that a leader? If someone is really good at telling you what to do, is that a leader to you? Is it someone who has a really, really, really high and powerful position? Is that a leader to you? Is it someone who can lead you to success? Is it someone that you look up to? Is it someone you respect? If I were to ask you to, without typing or naming anyone, just in your own head, okay, quickly think of the top 2 or top 3 leaders that you have personally met. You know them, you've talked to them, you've lived with them, you've interacted with them. Who comes to mind? Who comes to mind? Okay. And these leaders that you so highly respect and you rank them as number 1, number 2, number 3, how do you think they lead themselves, just themselves alone? Because to me, all leadership starts with self-leadership. You're an entrepreneur, you're going to have a lean team. You might have a medium-sized team, but in some capacity, you're going to be leading your team. You're going to be leading your clients. Your clients are going to look to you for leadership. Your prospects are going to look to you for leadership. Your audience are going to look to you for, even at home, you might be a leader in some capacity. Even if you say, no, Sean, I'm not a leader. Okay, you are the leader of your own body, right? You take care of your own health, your own time, your own food. So there's no one of us that is not a leader. Everyone is a leader. All leadership starts with self-leadership. And everything in your life right now has always been a reflection of the leader, which is you. If you have an experience like mine as well, or you look back at your own work experience, you can see that all the leaders that you have worked with or worked for, you can see that the whole company, okay, the whole business is a reflection of them. If they don't show up, someone in their company doesn't show up. If they are in a certain way, a whole company is in a certain way, right? So everything in your life is a reflection of you. And if you cannot accept that, you have no power. But where is your power? Your power only comes from ownership, and leaders take extreme, complete ownership. It all starts with how you lead you. So in Lean and Zen, I believe that the leader has two parts. First is you have to win on the inside yourself. If not, how you guide others. You have to know yourself clearly. If not, how you guide others to know themselves clearly. You have to conquer your own beliefs. You have to conquer your own obstacle. If not, how you go out there and people are going to look up to you for these things. So a lot of what you expect from the people that follow you, yourself, you need to be like decent at it. If not really strong at it. If not, how you're going to lead them. Then comes your outer victory, which is all your communication, your planning, your expression, your delivery. And so many people focus on the outer, this technique, this tonality, this framework, this method, this structure. But inside they're a mess. And I think in Lean and Zen, I really need to establish that it all starts from inside. That is what all of us as leaders should really do. Because eventually you'll find that as you improve yourself, the quality of your clients improve as well. You find that a lot of things that you have already closed yourself to do, you find that you no longer need to close your clients to do. You look back at maybe 3 to 5 years, all those times when you were not as strong and clear now, you find that all your clients, they're not strong and clear at all. But once you cross certain bridges, you realize that you don't even need to close your client to do a lot of things. They just have those qualities. And in case you're not realizing it, all this time, They're just mirroring you. That's why I've stopped. I have a closing background. I've been closing all my life, but I've stopped closing already because I trust my client. I trust they know my work. I trust they know themselves. I trust they know my process. I trust they know when it's time to reach out, have a conversation. I trust that they will show up. So, I used to send a lot of emails. I used to post a lot of time, and I was worried. I was worried that will people see it? Will people know what I'm doing? Until I learned to trust myself as a leader, I learned to trust my audience and my client. I know that whatever I am, they're gonna be. So I really, really need to work on myself first. Because all your energy as a leader is going to spread all the way into every aspect of your business. And if you have to use, 1,000 techniques, 1,000 outer methods to cover this, to compensate for that, you're going to be a really tired person. And I've seen a lot of entrepreneurs just trying to cover here and cover there, and cover here and cover there. And they don't realize that the reason all these holes exist in their business is because they themselves are not embodying it. That's why they have to work so hard to hold the structure together. When you're in flow, you don't need to use so much force just to hold things together. So this is the essence of leadership and clarity. And at the core of your business, it is the O, that is your offer. Okay. In its most simplest terms, your offer is your gift. What are you really here to do in this lifetime? What are you really here to achieve in all these years of your life? Some of you are really young, some of you are like me, halfway there. Some of you are a little bit more older, but you don't have to think about your age, and be like, hey, I'm too young, or I'm too old. Okay, when you're too young, people say you're too young. And then when you're too old, people say you're too old. There's never a middle ground. The age aside, okay, what is your purpose? What are you here to do? What is your mission? What is your soul's mission? In you, there's something that you're here to do. That's my belief. I believe that you're here watching this video, taking the time to watch this video because you want to achieve something. What is that? And I want you to go a little bit deeper and ask yourself, why? It's going to be this part inside your heart that you just instinctively know. You might not completely be able to articulate it yet, but you just know that I'm here to do this, right? I'm here to give this. You're offering that, I call it your deepest transformation. And your offer is just a vehicle for you to channel that gift. And your vehicle, it's supposed to be designed by you. It's not supposed to be more and more and more. It's not supposed to be chaos and chaos and chaos. It's not supposed to be a maze. It's supposed to give you alignment and simplicity because you are serving people. You're helping them transform. So it does not need to be overwhelming. Okay, so let me break it down for you. How the creation of your offer doesn't have to be overwhelming. This is the very, very beginning. This is the genesis of my offer. It should be the genesis of your offer. If your offer can't sell right now, there's a very high chance that you didn't validate it. And what does validation mean? Validation means when there is a established demand. People want what you have. People are willing to pay for what you have. And you have done it enough times for you to know that, okay, I can sell this. People want this. There is a demand, a desire in the market, right? And what a lot of people do is they focus on the bells and whistles and they're building all the fancy stuff. And then when I check if their offer is validated, it's not. So at the core of what you're offering, you need to be good at what you do. You need to be decent at what you do. If not, why people come to you? So what you're seeing here is signs of the very beginning. When I started to get a sense of, okay, I thought I was just concentrating. I thought I was just specializing. I thought I was just focusing on improving my skills. And then people started to say things, and then I noticed it. And at first I was flattered. At first I was happy. And then I realized, like, wait a minute, I think like people are saying this enough time, then I kind of starting to agree with them now. I think I might have something here. Okay, so if you're not getting this feedback yet, if you're not getting any of this signs yet, you know what you really need to do now? Your job is not to spend 2 weeks on a logo. It's not to spend 2 weeks on one video. Don't get busy with all the fancy stuff. You want to know the essence, okay? Go and help people. You can do it for free. You can charge whatever you want, but the essence of it is you need to help people. And when you help them, you really help. And that means you being really responsible to say that I'm going to study my craft. When I said I really study, I really was a student. I still am a student of the game. When I was focused on setting, I eat, sleep, breathe, setting. When I focus on closing, I eat, sleep, breathe, closing. When I was building the sales team, every day I was training myself, studying, learning how to build sales teams. Because if you don't put in the work and you don't have the mastery, you can have the best logo, you can have the best website, you can hire the best ads guy, and all these bells and whistles, they are only going to amplify your weakness or your lack of domain mastery. Right? So these signs is not because I hired someone to give me these signs. You can't outsource this. This feedback came to me because I went to help people for free, and when I help, I go all the way. Okay, this is the principle of value, and you have to start from here. Okay, if you have ever joined some programs that don't deliver, and you just don't feel that they have a value, it's because they are not aligning with these principles. So they hire all the best ads guys, and their marketing looks super impressive, and you take their program and you want to puke because there's nothing inside. So if you don't like that kind of program, you cannot be that kind of program. Okay. And when you get so good, when you help enough people, a portion of them will come to you and say, I'm willing to pay you for more. It always works that way, because you will get to a point where you help all these people for free, and then you hit your capacity and you say, I'm going to have to start charging now. And maybe some of them will say, okay, bye-bye, see you. But I can tell you, there will arrive a new breed of people. Because like I said, they're always mirroring your energy and your leadership. And they will say, I don't care, I want to pay you now. How do we move forward with this? This one, how do we move forward with this? I've decided I want to get into your coaching. I've made the payment. Where did all this come from? It's not because I hired a messenger guy. It's not because I hired an ads guy. It's not because I joined a mastermind program. It's not because I joined a good program. I spent a lot of time, okay, over here, holding my craft, going through all these different types of fires to attain domain mastery. Okay, even till today, I'm still a student of the game. So this was in its most raw form, and it's the ugliest form. You have to understand this. You really, really have to understand this. When I say that, when I made these sales pitches, I had no website, I had no logo, I had no funnels. You got to really understand this. I did not even have the product itself. I had absolutely nothing. All I had, okay, listen to this. All I had was a Facebook, a Zoom, and even when I collect money, I use PayPal, which is free. I just pay them a fee. And that's all I had. At the point I sent all these voice messages, all I said was, hey, I can't help people for free anymore. And I've been doing it for a long time. But if you really want to, next month or next week, I'm starting this thing. It's a program, and this is how much I'm going to charge. Let me know if you're in. At this point, there's no sales technique, no funny scripts. Look at what I'm doing here. Is there any script? Is there any technique that I'm doing? I'm just saying that this is what I've spent time getting good doing at. If you want more, at this point, I'm going to charge. So all these people here came to me at a time where I had absolutely nothing. And because I continue to help them, I got sharper and sharper at understanding what they really need. And that was when I recorded our classes, I edit, I refine them, I take down stuff, I upload stuff, I take down stuff, I upload stuff, I refine stuff, take down stuff, refine, upload, cycle after cycle after cycle. then my finalized products will complete. And the way that I finalize these things is people were telling me what they need. I charge them. Then these products were born. How a lot of people do this wrongly is they are paying coaches, they're paying mastermind, they're paying all these fancy things to say, help me do this, help me launch this, help me structure this. But if you don't go through this organic essence, you can hire the best design person, the best ads person, and you will see other people achieving success. And you're like, why doesn't it work for me? Why doesn't it work for me? I already hired a logo guy, I hired a funnel guy. Why doesn't it work for me? They told me to go live, I went live. Why doesn't it work for me? Right, from here, I continue to help my clients. They continue to get even more results. $1,000 collected, $2,000. This is for my closing offer. 1,500 collected, pay in full, $3,000. These are cash collected. Okay, this is cash collected. And this was from me coaching them, reviewing their sales calls, reviewing their text conversations. And you see their win. You haven't seen, the weeks that we spend coaching back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And they're collecting sales, they're collecting comms, right? Collect 3K, receive 3 commission. This month collected 13K. Then I know, okay, I have something now. At the time I called my program 6-figure closer. And then I did all the bells and whistles. Then I would spend time, getting people to do all this. And then the bells and whistles all came here. So look at your offer right now. And if you feel that your offer is validated, that's great. But if you don't think that your offer is validated, then is it really the fancy external stuff? Or is it more like, if today you were to lose everything, you were to lose completely everything, can you get a bunch of people in the room and just sell them the most raw version of you? Can you just make them a really, really no-brainer offer there and then with nothing? Maybe just a Google Doc and a straightforward conversation, a voice message, like in its most raw form. If you can't sell it, do not waste all your time and money and energy trying to make it look fancy and all those things. Okay, once your offer is validated, now we're ready to talk about sales. Okay, you should already have made sales along the validation process. That's what validation means. With sales, okay, this is the S in the close method, right? And let's look at how some people sell. Okay, this is from actually one of the thought leaders in our space, teaching setting, and this is how he set me. Okay, and I know it's not him. I know it's a setter really working hard. But will you reply to this kind of a message? This is from a setter coach, by the way. And then every other day I get messages, hey, can you work for me can I work for you in exchange? You let me work for you. And there's completely no value at all. I just pitch, and pitch. This is how some people sell. This is how I sell on text. Okay. Look at the way I type. Do you feel that it is salesy? Do you feel that it's pitchy? These are people paying me on chat, no sales call. Collected 1,500 here. I think I forgot what amount was this. So usually 1, 2, 3K, you can collect it on chat. There's 1,500, 2K. Okay, so when you know how to close on chat, when you do a sales call, right, that's probably 30, 40 minutes, 1 hour gone. If you do 2, 3 sales calls, half your day is gone. But when you understand how to text, not this way, but when you understand how to text, or how to close on text, or how to book a sales call on chat, you can hit 30, 60 people in 1 hour. When you take out your phone, anywhere you are, whether you are outside, traveling, queuing for food, whatever you're doing, in the toilet, I don't know, whatever. You take out your phone, okay, you're able to move the machine and move the machine and move the machine, and you can get calls and you can get sales just by texting. And you don't even have to text a lot. Right? So the formula I use, okay, is content, conversation, and then you close that. Okay, there are some variations of this. When you have a good conversation going, you can either book a triage call, which is a shorter call, which allows you to qualify really fast. Okay. And then you can just schedule a second call to enroll them, or you can outright book a call and close them. Okay. So eventually, you're going to have to hire a seller, a closer to help you handle your sales. And if you're not at least decent at these text conversations, if you're not at least decent in closing sales, you're going to have a very hard time leading your sellers and closers. You won't know how to plan for them. You won't know how to manage them. And they're going to be leading you, and you're going to have a hard time just managing. Like, sales is the lifeblood of your business. So you at least have to be decent in this. And when you want to delegate this down the road, you can. So signs that you're ready for this, you're at least decent at this, is first of all, you're producing enough content so that by the time people come in, it's not like you don't have to. The reason why this guy has to hard sell me is because he has completely no authority. And the reason why I'm able to sit back and qualify is because my content has done a lot of the nurturing, a lot of the closing for me. Okay, so if you are a solopreneur, you have a lean team, you're setting closing for yourself, you don't have the capacity to go and cold prospect 100,000 people every day. You have to work smart and use your content to pull people towards you. Okay, you have to grow your audience. You have to actually be present when all these people want to talk to you, right? On Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, you're easily going to have hundreds and hundreds of leads every day in all these platforms, okay, for you to go and have these conversations with. Okay. You need to have good EQ. Okay. Is this good EQ? You need to know how to sell the value of a call. Okay. Essentially, all these conversations is closing. You don't really have to separate, hey, I'm a closer, I'm a seller, I have the learn setting, I have the learn closing. The whole thing is closing. You're closing on chat. Okay, and all these conversations are eventually going to be closing them on your product, where they understand what they are signing up for and they pay you. Okay, the trust is there, the understanding is there, or you can sell them to have a call with you. Okay, that's essentially what you're doing. All these signs tell me that the S pillar of your business is good to go. So in case you're thinking, hey, Sean, are you asking me to do all this selling work, all this closing work when I have a business to run, right? I have to create content, I have to serve my clients, and now you're telling me that I have to set and close. Like, how do I find the time? My answer is actually no. I'm not asking you to set full time like how I set full time. I'm not asking you to close full time like how I close full time. As lean and zen business owners, we're wearing multiple hats. It's impossible to be a full specialist in every hat all at the same time. It's just not possible. The smart way to do it, the needle mover way to do it, is actually to integrate your sales and marketing. Okay, so that you don't have to explain and explain and explain on a sales call. You don't have to do all your marketing and marketing and marketing on your sales call. Your content is going to do that for you. That's how you integrate it. Okay, it can be paid content, it can be free content. But essentially, I need you to meet this person. Okay, he's called Mr. Bear. Okay, Mr. Bear. Say, hello, Bear. Hey, this bear, who is this bear? This bear is your ideal client. If you are a fitness person, if you are a mindset coach, if you are teaching like spiritual stuff, okay, this bear is the ideal dream client. He comes in, he pays in full, he loves your work, he does the work, he cooperates with you, he transforms. This is the goal, right? You probably need one of this every month, if not two, three, four, to hit your income goals. I'm going to go with a really conservative estimate here. Okay, what works for most of us is one of these dream clients every week, yes or no, that pay in full. Even if you just have one of them a month, you probably can cover everything in your business. If you have two of them, you start to profit. You have three of them, you start to have massive profit. You have four of them, you're set, right? So this bear is the goal. So if you come to me and you say, Sean, I love this bear. I really love this bear. This is my ideal client, right? Where can I find them? And the whole time, I sat and closed for a lot of these business owners. The one thing they ask me all the time is, give me more bears, give me more bears, give me more bears. It's our job in sales, right? We set, we close, we got to give them all the bears, right? They're ideal clients. But where's your bear? So if someone today will come to me and say, Sean, I need more bears. Where are my bears? Where are they? Let me introduce you to my bear method, my bear framework. BEAR. You cannot just go out there and find this bear. I mean, you're lucky tomorrow a bear comes in, finds you pay in full. Okay, that's great. But that is not a predictable and measurable way to grow your business. And if it's not predictable and measurable, you cannot scale. There's no predictability. The business you have to create that predictability in your business. So how this bear was found, how this bear was born. First, he's a baby bear, right? That's B, beginning. And he becomes a little bear. That's when he starts to engage you. This is you, seeing my stuff. 3 weeks ago, 3 months ago, it's like, who is this Sean guy? Is he Asian? Is he Singaporean? Is he Chinese? Like what? Who is this? Okay, he's teaching online stuff. He's teaching what? Okay, I don't care. I scroll down, right? And then you miss my stuff. This is probably you 3 months ago. Let's just say cold lead. And then 2 weeks later, you say, oh my God, this Sean guy is posting again. I'm seeing his stuff again. What the hell? And then you just scroll. At the time, you're this baby bear. You're cold. You don't know me. You don't like me. You don't trust me. Right? Now, 2 weeks have passed and you're like, wow, Sean is posting this thing today. He's talking about sales. And I think it's slightly more relevant to me now. Or maybe I'm just going to like it. And because you like it, whatever the platform is, now the algorithm realizes that you like Sean. You kind of like Sean. It shows you more and more stuff. And you're like, what the hell? Sean just released a new book at seansena.com/book. Screw it. Let me download. Just let me see what this guy's talking about. And then you download the book. And you come into my email sequence and you come into my nurturing sequence. And it's been 2 months. You've seen 2 months of my content. You've just gone from a cold lead, a little baby bear. You have engaged with my stuff. You consumed my stuff. And you're like, shit, Sean is about to sell this thing that is really going to help me. I'm considering. You haven't bought it, but it's like, I'm considering. You have just become a young adult bear from this process. And by the time you're like, you know what? I fully understand what Sean is doing and I want in. I'm going to join Sean. I'm going to do what Sean is teaching. And then I'm actually going to be really, really proud of this. You become a raving fan, full-grown adult bear, right? And I'm using you as an example so you can actually see your own psychology when you got to consume my stuff, because your ideal client is going to come to you in the same way. You can come to me and say, Sean, I have no bears. This is how you create your own bears, right? So if your question is, okay, fine, Sean, I get what you're doing. I've learned this before, but how do I do it? Okay, whether it's sales or marketing, I talk about integrating the two, right? Whether it's sales or marketing, the big 3 close in all of sales and marketing is very simple. Does your client, are they close that they have a problem that they need to solve now? Does your client actually understand what is your process? I'm actually sharing my process with you today. Do they understand the product, the offer that you're actually selling? These are 3 different things. These are 3 completely different things. And the way that you close, some sales coaches, they teach the tonality, they teach the voice box, and they teach the throat chakra and all that, right? They are all really good. But these are techniques. The root of it is the client close on these 3 things? And the way to close them all is different, right? So BEAR, the content gets the eyeballs. The content pulls the little baby bear in. And it's right here. When you start to engage or they engage with you, you're having a conversation. At a conversion event like this, or my close method, $100, right? They say, yes, I put on my hand, I want to buy it, I want to become a client right now, and they close. The client enroll, you still have to deliver and get results for them, because now you're going to take the wins and you are going to recycle into your social media, into your content, into your traffic to say, hey, my stuff works. Right? So the full model, when you zoom out, it looks something like this: BEAR. You attract them in, you contain, you engage, you nurture. And then when you make your pitch, whenever it is, whether it's live or evergreen, they convert, they pay you money, you get them results, and then you deposit their results back into your content. So you're turning the maze, you're turning the chaos into a virtual cycle. And the more you invest in these pillars, the more you invest in these pillars, the more these pillars become strong and balanced. And you're not running to 100 different directions, trying to do this today, trying to do that today. You now have a structure that you can lean on. Okay. And when you actually have a sales conversation, that's three big closes. Okay. I don't really want to cover too much on the technique. You can get it in my close method. So the three big sales, okay, I believe I have a problem. I understand your process. I trust your process, and I'm able to make a decision. And then I go through your program, I build the pillars to get my results. Okay, so the final pillar, which is E, that is your edge. Earlier on, I said that when you're a business owner, you don't have time to chase. You don't have time to go and set, and close, right? You need to pull them towards you. And the way you do that is through your unique edge. Plus, if you're a mindset coach, a lot of mindset coach, if you're a sales coach, a lot of sales coach, what makes you different? It is your unique content. Combined with your inbound marketing, this is the edge that is what brings your clients inbound. Okay? Just like here, when you attract all your clients in, the next step for you is to contain them in your group. It can be a Facebook group, it can be an email list, it can be a YouTube community, whatever it is, you have to engage them well. Okay, so you see all this content on my YouTube, or actually if you follow my work on social media, you see I put them up daily because I know it gets the eyeballs. My attraction pillar is strong, but is that enough? No, I have to get them into my container. Here you see they join my group, my email list, right? You might be inside my group, you might be inside my email, and you can see every day I'm engaging, I'm nurturing, I'm engaging, I'm nurturing, because I know that from this bear to go into this bear, I cannot say, hey, I want to close you now, I want to close you now, I want to close you now, right? I might close you now, but next month, where my client come from? I might close you now, but next 3 months, where my clients come from? Don't you think instead of being a hunter, we need to be more like farmers? Isn't this system more like managing a farm that brings you leads and clients all year round, inbound? Right. So if you think like, hey, Sean, I really don't have the time to do all these things. Are you telling me that I have to create so many things like you? I have to create so many things. Okay. Let me share with you this case study of this one program that I created called the Strategic Closer. And this is not some kind of gimmick kind of thing. This is a complete free program that if you actually use it, you're going to get your first 2K just from doing this. Right. And this is another free program. I give it completely free. Okay. And you're like, Sean, are you crazy? Are you asking me to give my free stuff all for free? Yes. Because what happens when you do it? Let me introduce you to this guy here, Martin. Okay. He came in July 10th, 2021. Okay. We talk, and look at the way I type. I did not pitch. I give, I help, I give, and I'm not even typing a lot, and it's not even like a sales kind of thing, right? I just help, 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 help. This is July. Now this is August. 8th is August. Okay. Help, 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 help. Okay. Take a look at this. August 27, paid in full, $6,000. No questions asked. The trust is already there. The understanding is already there. He's close on his own problems. So if you look at July 10, okay, to August 27, how much time is it? It's less than 2 months. If by you creating all these things and less than 2 months, every week this bear comes to you, is it worth it? But people are talking about, like, create this funnel, create this thing, 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, whatever. I also thought it was all these things until I realized that it's find a client, help him get results, and then just share. And you know what the best part is? When I help this student, I actually have the time for him. You know how many programs we join, we ask the coach for help, and then the coach is like 1 sentence, 2 sentence, okay, you can do it. And then did they really help us? So I told myself, no, I want to be present and I want to have the time to be with my students and teach them closing because I was a full-time closer. I know what it's like. And I love helping my students. I love being present for them. And if you're not present for your clients, how are you going to get results to put back into your marketing? So it's not all the funnels, it's not all the fancy stuff. It's find the bear, nurture the bear, help the bear. The bear is going to help you back. The bear is going to get you everything. If you can't remember anything from today, just remember this guy. Okay, bear. CLOSE. Is this very complicated? Is this a lot of things? Did I teach you 60 bonus value stack, buy this and get that and do this and do that and go here and do this, and then tomorrow you don't know what to do? CLOSE. If you're just 1% strong in all these 5 pillars every day, equally strong, okay, you will create a structure that's so strong and so comfortable and is free from the chaos. If anything, you actually use the chaos, okay, to build more clarity and give you more power in these 5 pillars. So yeah, go ahead, do all the challenges, do all the mastermind, do all the group coaching, but at your core, understand that it is a straight line. Okay, it is a straight line. It doesn't have to be a maze. If you understand these 5 pillars and you do them equally well, you will get the straight line. So if you're at a point where you want my help, okay, I will tell you that I only have one offer. Okay, at least right now, that's all I have. For this close method, I only have one offer, and that's me helping you one-to-one. And why I believe that is the answer is because if you don't need help, that's fine. You can just do my close method for $100. I go through all the what and the how in specific for each of these pillars. You can find the link somewhere above or below this page. And if you don't want my help, that's fine. Okay, continue to build these pillars on your own, and you can attend my training from time to time. But if it ever gets to a point where you're like, Sean, I want to work with you, what do you have? I only have one offer, and I'm happy to send you all the details. And why I believe one-to-one is the answer is because when you do this like mastermind, group coaching, 5-day challenge, you are getting help. Yes, you are getting value. Yes, you are getting a lot of things. Sometimes I think just too much, because how much of it can you really use to be your line? Like, this is my model. It works for me. The guru teach the model, it works for them. The coach teach the whatever, it works for them. Does it work for you? Is it personalized to you? Your understanding, your strengths, your weakness. When we leave, do you feel independent, secure, and self-sufficient that this thing is mine? I can make it work. I understand it. So I feel that the best way for me to give you all these things and make it yours is to work with you one-to-one on a close, intimate basis. And if that's what you're looking for as well, head over to sena.live/intake. Head over to sena.live/intake. You'll see a form here, just fill it up, and then I will reach out and have a conversation with you. If not, if you just want to dive into the close method a little bit deeper, this is, head over to seansena.com/close. That's seansena.com/close. And you'll see my sales page for the close method. And here I explain, it's actually a preview that you can study of each of the day. And then for $100, okay, when you enroll, it's a members area. And you can see all 5 pillars, very concise. And this is me documenting all the what and all the how that you can build for yourself. Okay, otherwise, feel free to be part of my community and consume my stuff, and I'll see you down the road. Until next time, it's Sean Sena. This is Lean and Zen, the close method, and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.